In 1983, a mob of white adults hunted down toddlers in the streets of New York City. The Colored Orphan Asylum on Fifth Avenue housed over 200 black children, ages 2 to 12. They thought they were safe behind those walls. On July 13th, during the draft riots, an angry crowd marched toward the building. They carried clubs and torches, chanting slurs, heading straight for defenseless children. The mob surrounded the asylum and set it ablaze while kids were still trapped inside. When firefighters arrived, they refused to help. They watched black children burn. Some orphans escaped through back windows, but the crowd was waiting. Adults with weapons chased toddlers through the streets, beating them with sticks and stones. The youngest victims couldn't even run fast enough to get away. Multiple children died in the flames. Others were killed in the streets by grown men. This attack became the blueprint for racial terror targeting black youth across America. The children never had a chance.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters that's out there. Unto thy furnace, from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. You can clearly see why we're always vexed in the spirit. And once you hear this news, like I was reading the comments of this things, and it's not disbelief because I actually found the thing, and this actually happened. But everybody said the same thing. Look right here, Chris Beatty. Look, I know Caucasians were terrible people, but this can't be true. Well, I'm about to prove it. Well, let me see what they just search New York orphan asylum massacre. It's true. There have always been demonically evil people. Nothing changed. Says Yakunkar proved. So you have, that was like the only person that actually seen that kind of like, nah, that's far fetched, right? It was somebody. It was a couple. Like if you keep reading, and they call us savages. Oh my, OMG, this is really true. They are still here and have not changed. What kind of people commit such heinous crime? No one escapes judgment. We can count on that. And that's one thing about, when it comes down to it with Jake. Like today, I'm gonna put this up on Monday, but today the Super Bowl, which I could do something on that. Maybe I don't know, spirit. Seeing the Super Bowl tonight, and off rip, that the talk of the town before the game even started was the Bad Bunny performance, and then what was the expectation, and a lot of crackers, I call them as they are, right? They was complaining about the Super Bowl performance before it even started, and then when we watched it, I was watching with my a couple of my relatives. He was watching it. I was like, this shit is actually good. It's pure entertainment. But Esau had a fucking, all Edomites had a fucking problem. All right. And I bring that up because they always have a fucking problem. This is who they are. All right. This is exactly who they are. This is the MO, their track record. That's 1863. So, like they always say, you got to prove and tell. Then here it is, AI overview. But it's even, they got it here. The Colored Orphan Asylum is all over Google. You can look. I look it up, and it says on July 13th, 1863, during New York City draft riots, the enraged mob of thousands attacked the Colored Orphan Asylum, a four-story building in Fifth Ave. That's exactly the same thing that the anime just showed. The mob looted and burned the home, which housed 233 black children. But staff, including the Montar Jane McCallan, successfully escorted children safely. So some escaped, a lot died. This is American history. This is why people fight tooth and nail to uphold this fraudulent dream that you was programmed to believe that exists. All right. When you look at the history of everything, they didn't give a damn about our children. They didn't give a damn about us. And you have a lot of people that will fight tooth and nail to remain or to keep this thing going. This is the history. And why these things keep popping up? Well, one, it is that month for, and so happens the shortest month of the year, which they gave. That I forget which president was it. Truman? No, not Truman. Was Truman? But it was one of these presidents. Let me see. Let me just type it in. Yeah, this is some horrible shit, yo. Uh, which president? Black History Month. General Ford officially recognized Black History Month in 1976 during the National Bicentennial, urging Americans to honor Black citizens' contribution, building early observations of Black History Week, started by Carter G. Woodson. Ford called for Americans to seize the opportunity to honor too often neglect sorry, the accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history. So that was became a national thing. But they gave that month February, which majority of Jake don't. That's the coldest month. They had said June and July, that would have been perfect, right? But that's neither here or there. And the current Pontius, the current Caesar, wants to remove that act. So what's the opposite of that? Now the Lord is bringing out more dirt on these devils. Okay, so you can't escape it. You have a lot of um, dark-skinned individuals. Jake, Hebrew Israelites, because we blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the biblical Israelites. All right. You may try to run from your history. You may be disgusted. You may be hurt. You may be hurt about your history. But the Lord's gonna keep throwing it in your face. All right. He is gonna keep throwing it in your face till you bend the knee. Because the Lord's not just gonna throw it in your face. He's gonna he's gonna put you right back in that state. That's why the thing is called what? Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is the world trouble. But it start with Jake. All right. When you look at the movie Handmaid's Tale, in the beginning of the film, it showed Jake being rounded up, cold as hell, being thrown to a concentration camp. Okay, so when it boils down to it, either you're gonna accept it or you're gonna accept it the hard way. This devil hates your guts, no matter what you do, whatever your accomplishments is, however loyal you are to them. Okay, this is a terrible, terrible fucking history to just look aside like it's nothing. They went after children, yo. They caught like when that woman got supposedly I got juxed up in the train. I forgot where. They made a big stink. These savages and this, that, to the third. And come to find out, that woman's an actress. She's an actress. That was not her only role. The real savages are these people. Who does that to children? All right. Who does that to defenseless children? Who makes postcards out of torturing a people, send it to one another. Who does that? Have their children in the fucking talking about children, talking about child abuse. They have their fucking children in the fucking in the pictures smiling, right? Like ecstatic to see this, to see a quote unquote black male or black woman being burnt. And that was the last results because before that, they would do far greater things to that person, right? Like cut off their private parts. And what even make it worse, they used to eat the flesh. All right, they used to cut pieces off as souvenirs and eat the fucking flesh. But black people are fucking they're the savages, right? If anything should piss people off is the fact that these were children. All right, these were children. So hey, when it Zechariah 1:15, it said, "I'm very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, but I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward their affliction." So the Lord He gave us up to you, not because you're a good ruler, because you was a punishment, but you took it too fucking far. And this is far, and this is New York City. This wasn't even the South, bro. That's everybody, oh, South niggas, South crackers, they this, they that. It was motherfuckers in New York. I believe when I read the thing, it said Irishmen. All right. And New York was a fucking melting pot back then. But look how they treated the people, the Lord's people like that. Let me see what this says. Is this on the AI overview that said that? Yeah, that's right here. And it says in Wikipedia, it says the colored orphan Solomon was burned down by Irish mobs on July 13th, 1863. Black and orphan older children were bound by indentured servitude. Where is it? Well, I think I was reading. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's because it says something different, but it doesn't matter. The point has been put. This is they took it too fucking far. Hey, that's why on the flip side, matter of fact, let me get this, and then I get the other one. Second Ezra 15. I start at 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower. Which was going to happen. The Lord's going to have to nuke this fucking place. And everybody that's in the same atmosphere, the same attitude as this fucking place, you're going to get the same fucking judgment. All right? And it says, that shall be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee. Would I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee, saith the Lord, if thou hast not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thine hand, saying over their dead when I was drunken, and they did that? All right. It's been more recorded here in the United States of all these horrific acts, these horrific deeds that was being done, being mocked, being celebrated. So you took the opportunity to go further than anybody else would ever have gone. You took it there. And even these other nations, they all got a hand into that some form. You outdid them, especially over here. So when this shit hits the fan, when all these things happen, the recourse of this matter, oh, expect no mercy. All right. It says, set forth that beauty of thy countenance. Like you really think that you're beautiful? That's why the scripture says what about lifting up thy skirt. Okay, a woman, well, in the ancient time, would wear a skirt to cover her private parts because the women were more delicate. Now the whole world could see your poom poom, and it stinks, bitch. Americans poom poom stinks. Everything that it has done, every fucking facet. These assholes came up with a slogan, "Make America Great Again," which technically was just nothing but witchcraft, Chaldees, and then when you go into the word MAGA in all different languages, let me see if I can do that real quick. I don't want to. Let's say Latin. Somebody have put it up. Witch. Now let's go on to the Greek. So MAGA in Latin means witch. All right, Greek. Cool person, someone smart. No, it's MAGA. Macho man, a bully. Bully. Huh. It can also apply a bully or a sharp person. It's not good. The term MAGA, Latin, Old English, whatever, it comes from the private, oh, Arabic, MAGA, right? Magi, Magi, which is, why it's not giving the meaning? Meaning in English. No, 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 no. But somebody had put it, all the different languages and what MAGA means, and all equals to witchcraft. So you're nothing but fucking witches. And all you, that's why Nahum, you know what? Let me get that real quick. I didn't have that on my bingo card, but Nahum 3, straight to the point. 4, it says, well, I should go up, but I want to go to the point. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and the families through her witchcraft, behold, I'm against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. So this whole movement, which the movement is shown as being seen as is the most racist, all right, the most hateful movement of all time because it operates on the left hand side. All right, it says, "Behold, I'm against thee," saith the Lord of hosts. So the God of the Bible is against this place. He's against that movement. Like I said, even with the Super Bowl, so they wanted to combat Bad Bunny, and they had Kid Rock perform, and they said his performance was so terrible they had to cut it off because they just they just wanted to be adverse to everything that's going on. All right, and what America truly stands for is a melting pot of different languages and so forth. And the United States of America's leader on his Twitter, whatever, was, let me see if I can find it. Google Trump. How would I say that? Halftime rant. Yep. and it's all over the place. If you can allow me, the Super Bowl halftime is absolutely terrible, one of the worst ever. It makes no sense in the front of the greatest of America and doesn't represent standards of success, creativity, or excellency. Nobody understands a word this guy is saying, and dancing is disgusting. This guy, they got the fucking nerve, right? Especially for the young children that are, which if you're gonna be upset about the young children being exposed, start with Netflix. Start with all these shows that show the gay shit that your administration allowed to happen. Start with that shit. But anyway, it says that I watch it from throughout the U.S. all over the world. This show is just a slap in the face to our country, which is setting new standards and records every single day, including the best hockey. Yo, this guy is just full of it. So, including the best stock market, 401k in history. There's nothing inspirational about this mess of a halftime show and watch. It will get great reviews from the fake news media make because they haven't got a clue of what is going on in the real world. And by the way, the NFL should immediately replace this ridiculous new kickoff rule, which got nothing to do with nothing. So this guy is on a rampage because he's basically just going after people. Jake, all right, like it's, when you read Nahum 3:1, it said, "The prey departeth not." You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and that performance was very highly entertaining. It was dope. All right, but that's part of the hateful movement that's been done. So this is nothing new. What you look at back in the history, there's nothing new. If they have the opportunity, they would do it. But going back to the point, it says, and they will do that. That's the thing. They will do that. And what it said, the civil rights started when they burned down the church. I forgot where, with the children in there. Yeah, so Esau have nothing. No, he has no love lost for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Behold, I'm against you, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. So your nakedness is being exposed. You can't hide this shit no more. All right? And I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. Oh, sorry. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vow and I will set thee as a gazing stock. By what? By destroying this fucking place. Because like the scripture going back to second Ezra, it's a little bit more to it. Verse 55. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord. Even so shall the Most High do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. So the Lord is going to bring heavy, distinguished judgment to you Edomites. All right? And he's not going to show no mercy because all this stuff is going to come back. All right? Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. Psalms 137 and 7. It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That's biblical. You can't change it. There's no getting around it. All right, you could buy off X amount of people that you think you can. You cannot prevent it. At the end of the day, the Lord is going to get you back for what you've done to his people. Point blank, period. That's biblical. So that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.